Hello, guys. Let's continue with our next class, right? Yesterday we looked at, like we added the, basically, when you send the friend request, right? The other friends should get that, like added to their friend request box, okay? Like friend request here, right? So finally, I managed to add the new users inside the database. Now, if you ask me how I did that, remember, we I need to run the local server, right? Basically proxy server, so that the webhook from the clerk will work, okay? And then I went to my, basically I went here and then, just run this. And because I logged in already, right, with the Velicia account now, Velicia with a new email ID, okay? I just logged in here. So the first step, if you want to create a new user, right, you must have email ID and password ready. Second, you start your proxy server, right, by running this command, basically this command only, okay? But make sure you change to 3000 localhost, right? 3000 port. This is 3000 because our server is running on 3000, right? And it will give you the link URL. You update your clerk here, right? Go to the clerk, just update, okay? Update, edit, and change the URL only, okay? URL only, right? Change there. And once that is done, then you go, because you want to run the hook, right? Webhook. Why? If the site is online, then we don't have to worry, right? This link will be always the live link, and it will work perfectly for everyone, okay? But because this is not online, we're working locally, we must establish the proxy server, right? Which will trigger the hook here, webhook. And what this webhook does is it will connect to our database and create the user there also, right? Because we need that. Somebody, because we are using this clerk for login, right? When somebody create new account, means you creating account in the clerk, and then we are using that auth, right, from the clerk to our project. So the what clerk does is, okay, we have the webhook created, right? This webhook will trigger the create user create, and it will create the new user inside our database, okay? So if I go back to my database, right, let's go here, let's npx studio, right? So if I go back to my database, you'll see now two users here, right? Dave and Felicia, right? Two users. So let's work on the okay, so what I'm gonna do now, right? So one of them gonna send a friend request. Let's try that. Okay, so here I'm gonna send friend request, but how I don't have the list of friend here, right now. So I'm gonna find, let's find someone, right? So slash profile, I'm gonna go to one of the profile, okay? And slash, I don't have this profile. I just updated, right? I don't have this profile. So let me go and change there, okay? Let me update, because we're gonna work on this next, right? To update, okay? Right now you see this is the username, right? Let me try with this. Maybe, okay, one thing I can do, Dave123, username is Dave123, right? Let me refresh. Yeah, that is still Dave123. It should work. So localhost 3000 slash profile slash Dave123, right? And it did not fetch anything. Let's go to the home page. And because Felicia is logged in, right, we can see the Felicia information here. Slash profile slash Felicia, right? Let's see. Yeah, so this is the Valicia, you know, you can see the Valicia information, right? Valicia profile. But I want to go to the dev123 profile, and I am not able to go there. 123 enter. Okay, it worked, right? It's, I don't know what maybe I have done some spelling mistake here, but see. So now Valicia will send, right? I'm in the Valicia account, okay, and I reach to the dev profile, right? And I'm going to request friend. I'm going to send friend request. When I click here, let's click, right? Why? Something is, I don't know what is, something is not correct, right? Okay. Sorry guys. Let's click here and still not working. Yeah, it looked like something is not correct. And earlier worked for me when I tested, right? So I'm not able to click, right? But what gonna happen, just remember, right? When we click this now, you see here you get the dev information, right? You can get the dev information. You just send the request, okay? And it should work, right? But I don't know what is the mistake. You know, something is not just maybe because of the same browser, it should work, right? I have this, you know, like Microsoft Edge here and the Chrome, right? Two different browser. So it should work, but just give me a second. Refresh here, and yeah, dev profile dev, right? Home page. Let me go to the home page. Refresh. Click. I mean, I'm unable to send the friend request, right? Wow. Okay. So let me fix this one also, and then I will show you, right? But you know, just remember one thing I want to say. When you click this button, right? When it works, what's gonna happen is here, right? If I go to my profile, I should get the request here, okay? Friend request for approval. I should get that request, right? And then once we click that in like accept or decline, you can click, right? And it will update your follow database inside the database, right? That's what we studied yesterday. I just want to show you with example, right? But I will fix that maybe in the next tutorial video. I will show you, right, how it works. In this tutorial, we're gonna talk about the update, right? To how you're gonna update the profile. That's what we're gonna talk. So let me see if I can click here update also or not, right? Go to the home page of the Valicia, like Valicia profile, right? Okay, it should display the box also here. That is what not displaying for Valicia, right? To go to its profile, but let me try and go slash profile Valicia, right? Valicia, yeah. And if I okay, I see now, right? So that means this box to generate here the, you know, that this component should generate the update profile, right? And that is what I'm not seeing here. So there is some bug. We're gonna fix that, okay? For example, if I go back to my my profile here, right, in my dev profile, you can see update button here, okay? So let's try one thing. What I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna go to Valicia profile from my profile and see if that works, right? So I can reach here in my profile. I can reach the Valicia. I can click follow, right? And see, I send the friend request, okay? And now if I go back to Valicia, right, and refresh here, just refresh, right? The home page, refresh, and I don't see that the request coming here, right? It should appear here, okay? So yes, there is some bug. We need to fix that, because I know earlier I clicked, it went already, right? It went. Yeah, so I have to figure out that, and I will show you in the next video, right? Okay guys, so let's continue. And also I'm surprised why the box here, right? The profile box is not displaying on the left menu bar. That is also one bug need to fix. But for now, let me quickly finish the update form, right? So I'll just go to my dev123 profile. Okay, now I don't know why I'm seeing this here, right? Something. So when I send the friend request, somehow I'm getting this here. See, if I click this, accept, right? I'm still getting, right? So that is, yeah. So most likely there is some bug need to fix. Leave it. I'm going to fix that. So go to my profile and then update. When you click update, you see the box get froze, right? Like the whole page has the background dark with some opacity. Then there is this div with our form inside. There is the cover page, like picture update, right? I'm getting the cover page, right? Whatever cover page I have in my profile, I'm getting that here right now. So change cover image, right? This image we can upload in one of the image hosting service, right? So we're gonna figure out that later in next class. But for now, we can update the remaining part, remaining form, right? We can do that. So let's try to change here. I'll just call it Dev, maybe Dev, right? And then let's, yeah. And then add some description, you know, something like that. School, school, work, you know. Let's make it update, right? And Dev, let's make it update also, okay? And update. When I click this, you don't see any like it should basically refresh the page and go back to the our website, right? But we're gonna update that later also. For now, I'll just close and I'm gonna refresh manually my page, right? And you see my name here change. There is new description, living address, living you know, in city, school. You see that SSS updated, right? And then also here updated, okay? So you can see how we can update our user, right? By clicking the update button. So let's look at the code, right? One by one. The first thing is our user info card, right? In the user info card, because first you have to figure out what component is this, which component is this. That's the user info component, okay? Inside here, you know, we have the user information like that on the top, right? User information, and then you see this button here, okay? Update button, right? So that update button is this component, coming from this component, right? So let's add this conditionally, right? I'm saying if there is current user logged in, right? That is equal to user ID. That is equal to user ID, right? Means whoever is the user ID, because we have the user here already, okay? So you're getting the user here, right? From this user info card. We're passing from wherever you are calling this card, right? In the right menu box. So we have the user, we can check user ID, right? Here easily. And from the login auth, you can find the current user, okay? So that's why when let's go, what is that? If there is current user ID, right? Current user ID is equal to user ID, then display this update component, okay? If no, right? If there's something wrong, then display this see all, right? Text only, okay? That is all. So we have to work through update user component. Let's go to the update user component right here. So in this component, there is few things, right? You clicking the button, I mean, this component is what? This update component right here. You clicking the button, So when you click the button, then the screen appear, right? New screen appear with the form. So let me first just collapse everything, right? From here, maybe from here, right? Yeah, this is the whole form, okay, inside, right? Okay, so let's look at here. How we can close and open something, right? We just store the false, true and false in the state variable, use state variable, right? Like open is false right now. So as long as this open is false, right? Give me a second, guys. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's continue. So we want a variable, right? When it is true, then you want to open the box, else you want to close, right? When this is false, when open is false, you want to close. So look at this div, right? This is the main div, main box. Then inside that box there is a span tag, right? Span tag, this simple span with that update text, that is all we are displaying right now. And all the form, right, inside this, based on this condition, if this is true, then this form gonna display, this whole thing gonna display. If this is false, then this will be, if this is false, then this will be hidden, right? I mean, means it will not display. Okay, that is all we are, that is all happening, right? So how this open change to true is something here. Now in the span tag, we have the class name like text blue 500, text small, cursor pointer, right? We're just pointing to this update text, and inside we add on click event, and we change the state here, right? Set open to true. So when you click that update button, update text, right, it will convert this open to true. And when this open is true, right, when the state change, then this div will appear. So that is all the form, right? So the first thing is absolutely position. This div is the complete background, dark background, right? Like absolute position, and give the screen full, height full, top 0, left 0, background black, easy opacity 65, flex, item center. Now whatever item is inside this div, right, that is form, is in the center, justify center, g index 50, right? Okay, now we move to the form. So in the form we have update profile. This is our server action function, right, which we're gonna look at later. This form has like background white, padding 12, around LG, shadow MD, all these things, right? Okay, so when I click the button, right, you're gonna see that form. When I click this, you see that form. So this white box is the form box, and now inside you're gonna see all this information, right? So let's look at the information now. So the form is created. You can try with just creating this form, right, and look at update, check that one. Then you have heading 1, update profile. If you just want to update your like avatar and the username, then you can click like your login here, right? Just click here and there is update also, you can do that. Okay, now inside this div we have the first this cover picture, right, to change. Okay, that is what we have. So right now we displaying, so we have the user, right? We are getting the user, we just getting the cover from there because we have the profile and there is a cover image, right? So we just can get that one for now. Or user have already covered picture, so you can get that one, right, and display. If there is no cover picture, then this will coming from our local storage, right? That is public, no cover here somewhere, no cover.png. If there is nothing inside this user, then this will display. Okay, the image has width, height, and all that, last name. Okay, finally change button, change, right? When you click this change, later we can implement Cloudinary, I think, to store the image. Yeah, so when you click this, it will take you to the like Cloudinary box, right, where you can upload the image, and then you get the URL from that upload, right? Feedback will be the URL, and that URL we're gonna update to our database, right, in the cover. so that we have the new cover updated here, right, automatically. Okay, so we're gonna implement this in next class, like dealing with the third-party provider, right, to store image. Now there is the box here, like cross, right, on the left top corner, right top corner to close. So even when you click on that X to close, right, we just call this on click event handle close function, and we just have to convert true to false. So here handle close will take the callback function and set open to false. See, simple. This is a handle close is a function which is going to set open to false. One line done. So now this, when this open is false, it will automatically close, right? For example, if I click this, means I'm setting open to false, and that's why it disappear, right? That whole box is disappear. Okay, so that's how you can eventually you can add the state to like make a box to display or hide something, right? Okay, so let's continue. So that is all here. Now this part is this whole thing is the div right here, div with the different input field like first name, a surname, then description, then city, then school, then work, and all that, right? So you have to look at, and also in the end we have the button here. Okay, so you just simply look at this. Each has the label and the input field, right? In the input field, remember we have the user. So when if you have the user already, right, you can display that user information or just add the empty text, some text, right? If no user text or no user information, then you can display this one. So placeholder has already something, right? So just pay attention here. If I go to update and see, you can see some information already here, right? Because I'm displaying what I have already. Now I can add the new thing, right? Okay, so see, you're getting all this already from the database. All the text from the database, right? You're getting there. Fine, so now you have the button. So always remember where you have the user, you can update the placeholder, right? With your data. You can do that. All right, so that is all. We have all the fields, and when you click this button, update button, right, it will trigger the form action. Okay, the form will what is the form field here, right? So form, this form action will trigger and it will call our server action function, that is update profile, right? So let's go to the update action, update profile here, right? This one, update profile function. See, we just straight call this function, right? Async, you can get a form data that is, I think, validate with the form data, right? So just call this form data colon form data, right? So like provide a way to easily construct a set of key value pair. This is something new, right? I have not seen this before. I just am trying, right, today only. I found in the the searching through the data, right? So and of course in our SATCN there is almost same thing, right? You get the value here, okay? Same thing, okay? So here you get whole form data in form of key pair, like in form of object, right? This is an object. Now object dot form increase. So you want to, this is one big chunk of object, right? You want to extract that into the nice working object, something like this, right? Okay, so how you can do that? You just call the object property object construct from the JavaScript, and it will give you the form increase function and pass this right here. Done. Okay, remember sometimes this filter field, what are we doing, right? This field might have the empty field also. Let's say when I update, I can leave this blank, right? And I will update here something, okay? So if I leave this blank, now it will send the blank empty string. It will send empty string, right? So you don't want to update empty string in your database. You don't want, right? So what you have to do is, you're gonna get the you're gonna remove this, right? Like filter out all the empty field. Okay, just filter out. That's what we're gonna do, right? So how you filter out? You have to go back here and call the object. Just create a variable, right? From entries again, and then call again object.entries, and this field in the entries function pass that field, right? And then you call the filter function, okay, which will take the callback function, right? So we're saying you just, I don't know, let's say this is giving some linting error, right? But it will work. The underscore, just put underscore, right? Like this. Underscore. So shift. Yeah, just keep it like that. The first parameter, right? So that is first parameter we have to add underscore, and then second is the value, right? So we say if the value is not equal to empty string, just keep those field inside stored in this field, right? Okay, so this will be the new object now. Fine. And once we have that ready, right, ready to go, we're gonna call this here, right? So we have the next step is like validation with the JOD. Just validate all the fields what we have, and then we're gonna verify our data with the profile here. Validation profile.save pass, and pass this filter field, right? We know that one already. We get the validated data, and then finally, if no validated data validated fields that success, then return basically console log return. We're gonna fix, maybe we can add some proper return some proper error right here, but for now just return something, null string whatever. Then we're gonna check our auth user ID. If no user ID, return null, and then try catch block, and we call the Prisma user update function, and inside which user you want to update, where ID equal to user ID, this user ID, login user ID, and then you send the data, right? And we can get our all data from the validated field dot data right there. Here you're going to get all the data done. If there is some error, just console log error for now, right? So that's how you update. So update user, you have to create that. You call this in the card info right here, and your action function to update. Fine. So next step, right? In the next step is our basically updating the image, profile image, right? So we're gonna store it in the somewhere in the cloud, and we're gonna when you upload your image, you're gonna get back the URL, live URL to fetch the data, right, for the image, and that's what we're gonna store in our database in the cover here, right? So if you go to the database here, let's open the user somewhere, surname, last name, description, city, school, work is there, right? And website, post, comment, likes, followers, and all that. So where is the cover here, right? Look at this. So either this is the local cover in our profile, in our picture, right? Or you're gonna get this new URL here from the Cloudinary, right? So, but we'll see where we're gonna store the image, right? We have to find something and then store there. So this will be URL for cover, okay? Fine. So let's also, right? I think in the post, let's see in the post what we have. Right? User ID, comment, likes. Okay. Yeah. So I mean that's what we're gonna update, right? In the user, we will update this cover. So that's the second thing we're gonna do. So let me also fix the bug, right? I need to and I'm gonna fix all this box, because we need to, like, when I go to the next any profile right here, it should display that box on the left menu, right? What we see here, if I go to the home page, and Dev is logged in, right? You see this box here, this box need to be there. When you click that, you must go to this part, and then you must receive the update and all that, right? So I have this friend request, and see, this is wrong. I'm requesting myself, right? And that is not correct. So might be in this function here something wrong, right? I have to figure out that. I believe there is something wrong. Okay, yeah, it's look like it's gone, but when I refresh, see, I'm getting back, right? That means I'm not properly dealing with my database, or basically I'm not getting the proper friend request, right? That's the problem. All right, guys, so I will stop for this class, and most likely I will upload the new class today or early tomorrow, right? By fixing all this, and we're going to work on the upload image, right? That is the second thing. And the next, maybe we will look at I think we have feed or something. Yeah, let me check, right? What is the next thing we can do? We're going to post something. So let me quickly look at the database, right? So we have the post. Okay, we're gonna make post, stories there, followers. So we're working on this follow request, followers, and all that, right? Comment is there. So you want to comment one of the posts, right? And also the likes and dislikes, these are the things. So I will just choose one of the section and work on that also. Okay, let me stop for now.